Welcome to Supernatural History TV, where today we'll be talking about the Hatman. The Hatman is a worldwide phenomenon that haunts people when they sleep, and it has puzzled scientists and scholars all over the world. The Hatman is believed to be different supernatural creatures. Some believe it to be a demon, shadow people, extraterrestrials, and jinn, or just a monster. The Hatman is unique when it comes to shadow people. Shadow people are often referred to as evil entities, dark vapors, taking the form of humans or a type of ghost. The Hatman has unique characteristics that make it different from the others. The description of the Hatman is universally the same. Many witnesses claim that the Hatman wears a long trench coat, a top hat, or a fedora with red, glowing eyes. The Hatman is further described as being very tall, over 6 feet, and have been mentioned to be around 8 to 10 feet tall at the highest. The Hatman usually comes at night, hunched over in the doorway, looking at a person sleeping. Some have had it overarching over the bed, looking at the person directly. The Hatman would either be lurking in a dark corner or looking through a mirror. The power of the Hatman. In many eyewitness accounts, they experience a strong sense of cold chill that envelops the room. One witness was a German soldier who saw the Hatman and explained the same presence as others, but was able to ask a question. The German soldier asked for its name, and it answered back saying, "Scratch." Further, the witnesses explained forms of paralysis, unable to move the body from the gaze of the Hatman. The paralysis is mentioned with an unbearable fear that develops over the person as the being enters into the room. This leaves a person stuck, unable to move as the negative entity comes closer, as one can do nothing but be paralyzed with the fear. Why does the Hatman visit? In most eyewitness accounts, they sense something sinister, evil, emanating from the Hatman, sensing a feeling of harm. One of the reasons the Hatman decides to visit its victims is because it needs to feed, much like a vampire, at night. Many witnesses claim that the Hatman feeds from the fear of the paralyzed victims, and every witness around the world many explain that when they see the man, they are paralyzed with fear. Some people who witness the Hatman explain that the fear that he causes is used so that he can feed from the fear coming off the person. Why would the Hatman need to feed off the fear, and why does this being show up all around the world? One could speculate that the Hatman needs to feed off the fear, but for what reason? Is it possible that the spirit or evil entities need to feed off the living in order to survive, similar to what is commonly known as a vampire? Maybe if they are dead or a demon, they need some form of source to be stronger, or perhaps for survival against other things? What are the scientists and scholars saying about the Hatman? Since the sighting of the Hatman all over the world, it has piqued the interest in the scientific community and the scholars. The answer to the Hatman, according to the scientific and scholarly community, is that the victims suffer from sleep paralysis. According to scholars, sleep paralysis is common with 1 in every 5 people, and hallucinations are very common. Sleep paralysis is described as being between sleep and awaken, called REM. Scientists believe that people experience vivid dreams during REM. Scientist community explains that people experience the vivid dreams of REM sleep while they're awake. Others speculate that the Hatman are a subconscious of figures from pop culture, on the idea of being vulnerable in one's sleep, like Freddy Krueger. And comparing different countries, scholars suggest that these experiences are similar and could be the answer for many accounts throughout history. However, there are many people who have seen the same entity all over the world and experience the same fear. The accounts can vary from small children to adults and seem not to care if one is troubled. Further, many people with the experience do not know there are others with similar experiences. And why would these entities go after children? Lastly, some that see the Hatman call out Jesus or God for aid or say a prayer, and the Hatman leaves. Do you believe the hatman and others are a figment of our imagination, or do you think that there is much more sinister and frightening of an answer? Let me know in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe and stay in tune for more Supernatural History TV.